What's going on, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So this is our first interview, man. Let the people know your name and everything.
What's going on? Adam Santiago. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And
All right. Now, family-wise, brothers, sisters.
I got a little brother. I have 3 little brothers, but only one of them I really get to see. The other 2 I haven't seen in a while.
Okay. Are you the youngest, oldest?
I'm the oldest of my brothers and sisters. I have a stepsister too. But yeah, and then I have an older cousin who I've always kind of held as my older.
I got you.
Because we grew up in the same home.
Okay. But you do have a little younger siblings too.
Yeah, I got 4 of them.
Okay. All right. So, and everybody pretty much here in Florida?
Like I said, the 2 that I don't see, I don't really.
You don't know where they are.
Yet.
Okay, I got
But,
you.
The oldest of my younger brothers, he lives in Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay.
With my mom.
Yeah.
And then my stepsister, she lives in town too, but she stays with my dad.
I got you. Well, so tell us from the beginning, man. Like, when did you start getting into the music?
So, I mean, it kind of starts before I really got into music. So, like, my stepdad, who I take my name after, by the way.
Okay.
Because he passed away.
I got you.
But he was, I don't know, he was so, I wouldn't say that he was a musician necessarily, because he didn't, at least to me, he didn't showcase, like, that he cared to go that route. But as far as the culture that the music brought, especially since he lived in it too, so it's kind of like he could vibe with it, resonate with it. And he taught me a lot about, like, just, I say the history of it, like when we talk about like music from generations that before my time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I grew up on. That's why when people meet me, they expect me to be listening to like a bunch of the new stuff. I do listen to new stuff.
Yeah.
But all that really kind of, that's really where all my influence came from. And then around the time when I was like 10, 11, 12, something like that, like beginning middle school, I started writing.
Okay.
And I didn't really like tell nobody. You know,
Uh-huh.
I feel like everybody always says that they didn't really tell nobody until like.
I feel you.
Some kind of attention on it. But
You was kind of shy with it, or you didn't know how they were gonna take it.
I didn't want to showcase it until I felt like I was
ready.
Showcase. When I showcase something like it really impresses people.
I got you.
Oh, I can't wait to see him in 10 years.
Yeah, I got you. Well, who was your influence? When it starting the music, who was your influence?
There's a lot of influence, but obviously I'm just gonna get this one out the way because everybody always says these 2 right here, but Biggie and Pop.
Okay, for sure. That's everybody's.
Yeah, when we come with Biggie has substance in his stories too, very well, but more of my inspiration from him came from his flows.
I got you.
You know, flipping words in different ways to all make you think you're going here, but really you're right here. We came over here anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Pac made you feel something.
Yeah.
It don't matter who he was, what you went through. If you listen to his song, you could relate to something in there.
Yeah.
Or a few things, and it hits you. You know?
I'm with you, man. Pop, definitely my inspiration, and many others. So I feel you on that.
You know, he said he wasn't going to change the world, but he going to spark the mind that would. And he sparked a lot of us.
A lot of us, man. But, you know, little known fact too. You know, he died on my birthday, September the 13th.
That's crazy.
He died the day I was born, September the 13th. I remember that like it was yesterday. Man. Okay, so Pop Biggie, that's for sure. So when it came to who made you want to start to try to get into actually recording? Like what?
I'm actually wearing one of his old hoodies right now.
Hey, that's what's up. So tell me how that came about. It made him say, you know, or made you feel like, you know what, let me go ahead and try to put this on some kind of recording.
Well, and I started writing too, like before I ever knew he was rapping.
Okay.
Doing any of that. And then my dad happened to show me, like, he had put some songs up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And my dad showed them to me, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, he's doing this too?
I
was just writing to write, really just for venting. You know, I wasn't really thinking about recording all that, because I was a kid, I didn't know how to
I got you.
So, but, you know, then seeing or listening to him after he's recorded and put it out for other people to listen to, and people like myself who like the song, they can listen to it on repeat if they want to.
Yeah.
I don't know, I felt like that was just like, that was something that was really like the next thing to push me to get me to understand that it's something I can do too, legitly.
I feel you. I feel
just
you.
kind of like do it on the side at home when I'm feeling bored, but I can really do it, turn it and make it, into something.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. So now, did you ever tell him, like, when did he find out?
I mean, once I found out he was making music, and I really sat and buckled down and really worked on the craft itself of like my rhyme schemes, my substance, like the stuff I was talking about.
Yeah.
All the flow switch ups, just learning how to bend my voice too, like not just sticking with like just the, a lot of rappers now, they just got the one tone, the deep voice tone, but really as an artist you should be trying to push your voice to bend in different ways. Even if you don't showcase it right away, like I don't really showcase it a lot unless I'm in the studio and I'm recording it, or if someone happened to catch me on a good day just hanging out, they might get the sneak peek. But
I feel you.
But like, my goal is to be able to exercise my voice to the point where I can sing different notes that people wouldn't expect me to do.
All right, I got you.
But
so that's good to be versatile like that.
And my cousin's the same way. I don't know if you've heard any of his music or not, but his music is the kind of like what I was saying, with Pac, make you feel something.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
But I don't know. Once I felt like I had gotten like my writing skill to a point where it was worthy to be showcased, which I think freestyling at lunch really helped me with that. Because once I freestyled for the first time at a lunch table with a couple other people, it was shortly after that I started sending him like little snippets of verses and stuff. Like whenever I write them, I'd be like, "Yo, check this out, what you think?"
I got you. Okay.
When I was around like 16, right before I turned 17, my junior year in high school, I recorded at his place.
Right.
And he had a spare room that he turned into a little studio room.
That's how you do it now. How did that turn out? How did that first recording go? How often did you have to say your lines? Did you?
So the first thing I ever recorded was 2 takes. The first take I got it, but like I felt like I could really pull it, like perform it better. You know what I'm saying? Like you can put a little bit more emotion into it.
Yeah.
And the second one, he said that was it. We were working on like Audacity.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say we were limited, but like it would run kind of slow sometimes.
I got you.
It was kind of a pain to work through, but we still. I mean, those sessions to me are still today some of my best sessions. Just because of the vibe, like I was really starting to dive into this world. I was getting introduced to the production side, like actually recording stuff. Like, by the person who got me to really like do it, or showed me I could really do it. So it's like, it was cool.
So how many people was in the studio with you when you first did that? How many?
Just me and him.
Just you and him?
We worked on my whole first mixtape that I put up on SoundCloud.
So all right. So the first time recording 16, you was with him. What far as the production, like where you get the beats from? Where did all the beats come from?
At that point, I was just finding beats on YouTube and stuff. And I'll go to like the link in the description and stuff, and I'll go and buy the beat, whether it's on something like BeatStars or any of those beat websites.
Okay, I got you.
I paid for the lease and
and you just went ahead and vibe with it. Now, did you write? But obviously you wrote before you got to the studio, right? And so every time you get to the studio, you already have a song done. It's nothing off the fly at the studio.
I may book a studio session. Like, I haven't been doing it recently because it's a whole money thing.
I got you.
I gotta utilize my money.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
I love sessions that like you can go in and make something from scratch. Like say you go in there. I've been a part of one, but it wasn't like my session. I was just kind of watching the session.
I got you.
To watch somebody like from scratch compose a beat, you watch them do it like a little bit on the screen to set up like a quick little bonus structure.
Well, but not even the beat, because that takes forever.
Well, no, I'm saying like I'm saying when they make it where it's not too complex.
No, I feel you.
At the same time, I watch them like just really all the beat was for the most part was piano.
No, I feel you on that. But I guess what I was trying to say is like, have you ever walked into the studio, especially when you was with him back in the day, and he already had a beat playing, and he was like, "Hey, write something to this."
We spent, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
When, that whole first tape, there was a couple of songs where I went and I crashed at his place for like a week, for like the whole weekend, and we were just going through beats, writing verses, recording some of them, changing some of the beats, and we found a better beat for the verse.
I got you.
We actually put together a bunch of songs. I don't think I never released any of them. They're actually on an old computer that we can't access anymore. We have the computer, but
I know how you feel, man.
we can't get inside.
I know how you feel. I got 2 hard drives myself that got nothing but songs on it, and they so old they won't even pull up.
I ended up putting still had a lot of those verses written down there, so I ended up putting those verses on different beats.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
Because they fit a little bit better, and I was at a point where I could execute the the actual like verse a little bit more precise.
I got you. Well, let's talk about and I know you kind of early in the game, but still, let's talk about, like, even with your friends, like, who you've worked with on a song, like who you put on a song, who you got in a song with.
So obviously I've worked with my cousin.
Got you.
A friend of his that he came up with making music with. His name's King Bird.
All right.
I made a song with him. Those making songs with those 2 people were first milestones.
I feel you.
I've got songs with a couple of my friends that are in the collective. I'm gonna call it collective.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term. But like my buddy Clouds, he goes by Clouds.
I got you.
I've worked with this one artist. He doesn't go by the same name anymore. He goes by Self.
Okay.
I worked with him. He's the one who did all the production on my second tape.
All right.
Which is pretty fire. And then everything else is
Just you?
to come.
Okay, I feel you.
I got a project on an EP I'm working on now. And I'm trying to I want to get more features on there really than just songs by myself, because I want to showcase not only myself but other artists that
I feel you.
haven't even really started doing anything yet. I just know that they like freestyling and they write occasionally, and they'll tell me they'll write to a beat, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna hold you to that.
I got you. No, I got you. All right, that's what's up. Well, speaking of that, I was going through some of your music, and I wanted to ask you about some things here. I wanted to ask you about some things. Now, I love them. They all fire. But let's start with Up With Me, right? Now, that was kind of deep. Talking about your family a little bit. And can you tell me, like, the inspiration from that one?
So, that song was kind of like a sequel song, kind of. So, like, Youngboy has a song called Lost Motives, and I remixed that beat. On that, I'm talking about how I'm living in that trailer off the beach.
Yeah.
Well, in the song Up With Me, it's like a sequel to that, as far as like the hook being similar to talking about the beach on trailer, but it's now talking about not living in a trailer off the beach no more. I'm getting kicked out, living on the streets for a little bit.
I got you.
Crashing into people's houses.
Yeah.
And, occasionally, like I subbed at the gate gas station.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, struggle's gonna happen, it's just perseverance. You just gotta stick with it. But that song, I got kicked out. The household kind of fell apart. I kind of had at this point, I had already kind of had a straining relationship with my dad, just due to other things. So it's kind of like when all that was going down in that household, I felt like I don't know. That whole week, I was trying to get him to help me find a solution and hold everything together, but all I kept getting was,
I got you.
So it's kind of like whatever. And then, like, my whole thing with him is just like, there's like other issues with me and like his household that has to do with his wife and all that. I don't want to get into all that. That's just a lot. But that's why in that song where I'm saying, speaking on my family, dropping 1, 2, acting less.
Yeah.
Left ego in the past. leaving Daniel with regret.
Yeah.
Eagle's what my dad used to go by.
Oh,
As a
okay.
nickname.
Okay.
So I was like, look, Eagle in the past, leaving Daniel with
I
regret.
got you.
I know
So-
I miss my little bros. It's probably for the
Yeah.
best. The two brothers I was talking about.
Yeah.
Those are his sons.
Those are the ones that you kind of don't have contact
Well, I
with.
can't. They were put up for adoption when they were young. I don't know the details 100% on how all of that was able to really go down.
I
But
got you.
somehow it happened, and that was me basically saying like we ain't get to see them grow
Yeah.
up, but based off of the experience I had
Yeah.
with those households, I'm glad they didn't grow up in those households.
I feel
They
you.
probably grew up in a lot better.
I feel you. No, I feel you. Okay, I guess. So this was a song in the making, even before you made it.
Before I knew it, yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
it took all that happening at one time, and I was just like, man, it is, man. I'm going to the studio. I wrote the song at the people I live with right now. They were letting me crash on the couch. I wrote the song at their house,
Oh, awesome.
and I ended up recording it that weekend.
Uh-huh.
I just sat on it for a second.
Man.
My cousin's actually on that song. That's
Yeah. I seen that. When did he do? I seen that. Yeah, I mean, it sounds good, man. It sounds good. Well, let's kick it to another one, man. This is another one that I love. I listen to it a lot. Is Coming From. So tell me about that one. Now I gotta be honest with you. When I first heard it, I was like, hold up, didn't I hear this song before? Cause it kind of got that Cash Money Juvenile feel.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? But tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Well, that's actually the most recent song I dropped, right?
Okay.
I did that song working with a producer. His name's Joe Good.
Mhm.
Joe Good.
All right.
So I made that song. Originally, I was gonna get other people on the song, but because I decided I wanted to perform the song at a couple of showcases, I decided to go ahead and just make the first version of it me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a remix on it. And
I
like
got you.
said, I'm gonna get those
Yeah.
other artists. They've already got their parts written too. I just
Perfect.
gotta organize the money for the studio.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that song, I was making that song while I was still in the trailer.
Oh man.
It was kind of like I don't know. I guess watching how all the artists and Jacks like they all beefing with each other.
Yeah.
They all, they all dissing and
Yeah.
all that whatnot. Like, don't get me wrong, I got my own problems with people.
I got you.
It kind of sucks for the city as a whole musically because you got fans divided over stuff that first off they don't even really know.
I agree.
Second, it ain't got nothing to do with them, and it's real events, like real dangerous
Yeah.
things, like real things that they hurt people inside, hurt
Yeah.
people's families and whatnot.
Yeah.
People out here clowning and joking about it
Nah, I feel
on
you.
Instagram,
I
a
feel
lot of
you,
stuff they don't know. So I feel like the more of that side of the city musically is glorified,
Mm-hmm.
the harder it is to really like raise our city's talent as a whole. Like, for example, you look at New York.
Yeah.
New York artists stand as New York artists. They stand together as far as like New York goes. They have pride. And
Yeah.
we all have pride in where we're from. We all, everybody's always, yelling out what side of Duval they're from and whatnot. But at the same time, we not raising the bar together. Another one, Atlanta. Look at Atlanta.
ATL do everything together.
And they're taking,
Everything.
and if you ask me, they're the biggest music hub of the South.
Yeah.
Like what LA is to the West
Yeah.
Coast and what New York is,
Yeah.
up north
Yeah.
towards the east. Atlanta is that for the South.
No, I agree. I
mean,
agree.
look at what we was talking about earlier. Andre 3000, another one of my inspirations.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Outkast.
With the whole Dungeon family.
The whole organized noise.
Yeah, the whole
movement
thing.
was fine.
The whole thing. They was the beginning.
They really did it in a dungeon too. Have you seen
They
that?
really did it in the dungeon.
You watched that the organized
Oh
noise?
yeah, with that Netflix series. Yeah,
It
man.
was for real in the clay
In
walls
it,
and all that.
all that.
Sleeping down there. That's crazy.
And nothing but hits came from there though.
Classics.
Nothing but hits came from there.
Players Ball, people, I feel like some people don't get. Players Ball was on a Christmas album too.
Christmas album. And it stood out.
It's a Christmas song.
And it's a Christmas song and it stood out. So that's why, man, and it's that's why I love your story, because it's like, because your story is almost like an Eminem story where nobody cares, where you come from don't stop you from where you going. You know what I'm saying?
It's like working against the grain almost.
Exactly. So it's almost sometimes it's a blessing when you at the bottom, because your hustle is a little more stronger.
Yeah, it means when you make it to the top, you're gonna make it to the top.
Exactly.
You're not just barely gonna pass.
Exactly. So now that's an awesome thing, man. That's an awesome thing. So So I mean, so you look to a lot of ATL for inspiration, as far as the city as a whole.
Yeah, I mean that's one sec. I mean I look at every aspect of hip hop. Any region that we could say is like the main big regions to me are the.
No, you're right.
I consider the whole East Coast as far as more up north. Then you got the South,
Atlanta. Yeah, I agree.
But, yeah, as far as a lot of the southern hip hop styles, that came out like a lot of the classics came from Atlanta. Like
I agree.
We look at Outkast, T.I.,
Goody Mob,
different styles too.
Yeah,
it was so diverse.
Nah, I agree.
So diverse.
I agree.
That's what I'd like to get to in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Diversity in the music. Appreciation for the diversity.
Yeah. No, I think
we're on our way there.
Yeah, I think we're close.
We still got some steps to make.
I agree. I think we definitely close, but I agree though. If we can get a little more open-minded,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Everybody trying so hard to prove they're thug.
That's what I'm saying. If we can get a little open, because even Outkast, that was kind of like abstract rap music.
When they first started, they were kind of, the players and hustlers and stuff.
Yeah.
They were, but like, once you started seeing them get bigger, you started seeing them kind of open up a little bit, especially Andre too.
Yes.
You go from the Players Ball, the way he looked in the Players Ball,
to AT-Aliens.
Yeah, to that, or like the Bombs Over Baghdad.
And then the Bombs Over Baghdad. All right, so in the next 5 years, like where you see yourself, where you want to be, kind of like fast forward to the next 5 years, like what you want to accomplish.
So like within the next 5 years, I would like to have accumulated enough music to organize and release at least 3 solid projects, like to where when you listen to it, you can from like the way people used to listen to albums back in the day, like from
just let it ride out.
From first track to front to back.
Yes.
I want you to be able to tell that not only did I put like a lot of time in this, but you can actually feel like the past. You can almost put yourself in my mindset, like the same way that I relate to the people who influence me. So it's like I use that as a blueprint. Try to be the same kind of figure, not them, but like the same, what represent the same thing, something that you can relate to. And with 3 solid projects, I feel like that's enough songs for within those 5 years. I should have been able to do, a bunch of different types of shows. That's another thing. I'm already kind of doing that now, like set up shows and showcases. But I want to do more. I want to have more of those on my belt, like networking events, working with different artists. To be honest, really just in 5 years, I still want to be making music, making more connections.
No, I feel you.
Keep pushing it and building a solid fan base.
Well, if you ever, as far as the music goes, if you ever get to that golden stage of music where you feel like you established, like who in the big industry would you want to work with if you had the opportunity?
That's a lot of people. But I mean, to be honest, I'd honestly want to start off with like the people that influenced me the most. Unfortunately, Mac Miller passed away, so
Rest in peace.
He's still Mac Miller is really the way that I learned how to vocalize my flows more. Like instead of just like learning how to write and put them in like puzzles and stuff, like different. Like I don't know. I used to just go over his songs and I'd get used to flowing and then I'd start writing and then I'd start adapting like my own version of it. I do that with different artists too.
Yeah.
It's kind of accumulated what I got now.
Okay.
But like Joey Badass.
Okay.
The whole East Coast. Any of them, bro. I'll make a song with any of them.
Feel you. Okay.
Before I'm established or after, it don't matter.
I feel you.
What's it called? Again, unfortunately, Nipsey Hussle passed away, so I'll never get that track. But he's in the. I put a little snippet of one of his interviews in the Upper East.
Oh, that's what. Upper East.
He said, he's like, I read somewhere that would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or would you rather be at peace with yourself and at war with the world? Yeah. When I heard that on the interview, bro, I was like, wow, that is the shit I need for this song. Yeah. And it fit perfectly. Like artists like Chance the Rapper, bro, Chance the Rapper is a huge inspiration because dude was really an independent artist, and in my opinion, he executed the independent, like lane.
You did.
Yes, like
You
he
did.
worked with big people in the industry, and he wasn't on a label. He made himself valuable, like as far as like his craft. He made it something that people gravitate to. They're gonna want on their music. They're gonna want to work with you. You know, like
Yeah.
that's another person right there. Just because you can see how he established himself. He established himself pretty fast too. Yeah, he got a quick following, and it was all organic.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
organic.
yeah.
There's something.
No, I tell you what. Well, far as females, give me some females.
SZA off
Okay.
TDE, bro. She's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not pronouncing this wrong, but is it Janae Unko?
Yeah, Janae Aiko.
Aiko?
Yeah.
Bro, she fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
And there's actually a few. I'm just blanking on the name.
Oh no, you cool. You
Yeah,
cool.
nah, there's
Okay, so it's a few that you would like to work with.
As far as like the biggest side of it.
Yeah. So what falls on independently, like who, if you had a Nelly situation where you can bring your whole team with you, like name a couple of names that you feel like that you would bring to the top with you as you rise.
Shit.
Some people you working with now, you around right now.
Everybody in the pack is the name of the collective I was talking
Yeah.
about. So, you know, dude Clouds that I was talking about.
Okay.
He raps, like he writes music, and he's pretty vibe, but he like cuts himself kind of short.
I got you.
But he's fine. That's why I try to get him to work on some of these songs, so people can. At least I know the people that are listening to me will be able to listen to him too, so that it'll kind of motivate. And it's kind of motivating to get him moving a little more.
I got you.
My buddy Glenn, the Space Cadet, he also writes a freestyle. We all used to freestyle and stuff.
I got
We
you.
still do, but he writes really good too.
Mhm.
He's got almost all the same. Both the people I just named off, they have almost all the same influences as me, inside of hip hop and outside of hip hop.
I got you.
I listen to other genres too, like just old classic rock songs. Or
Love classics.
or you could put in the subject of the psychedelic rock, you know,
Love
like
that
Jimi
too.
Hendrix and
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
You know, I gain inspiration from all of
You
that.
have to if you're in the
That's-
music
that's-
business. You have
That's,
to.
that's why that's what I love most
Yeah.
about music. You can work in one set genre if you want to,
Yeah.
but you're still gonna be inspired by other forms.
Every
So
time,
that's
I
really-
agree.
That's really dope. It's
I
like
agree.
someone said to me earlier today. Music is the language that everybody can speak.
It's the truth.
Yeah, so everybody can speak it. So that's like.
It's the truth, man. I used to hear them big artists used to say they go overseas to do a show, and they been talking about how they in Japan and 9,000 people don't even speak English, and they bopping to the music like they know every word.
Just knowing every word.
Like they know
And they
every
might not
word.
even know what the word means. They
I
might
agree.
know, but they might not know. They just rock with the
Yeah,
song.
exactly, because it's that vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you're right. You're right. All right, man. So you sound like me that you on the right track, man. Big things going on. You kept hitting on that 3 projects thing, and you know 3 is a big number. Like where did you come with the 3?
Well, I look at the time span of 5 years. Not every project gonna be the same length, so it'll have each one will probably have a slightly different process to it with time. You know. Also, searching for artists. You know, by that time I'll have networked at different networking events with different artists, and producers and stuff. So I'll be able to accumulate something more of like a more collaborative project with like other artists, which I'm kind of starting to do a little bit more now. But I'm saying like as far as once I feel like I've put in like a lot, which there's always after that there's still that's not like where it is.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
Work for it. But as far as a milestone, I'd like to at least have the 3 projects. I probably have more than that.
Yeah.
Just because I'll be working on music every day.
No.
When I record, I'm writing every day, rehearsing every day. So that way when I do record, I'm not taking 3 hours to record one song. I can record a song in an hour. Leave the rest of the time for the producer to tweak however he feels.
Yeah.
And obviously they'll be asking me for my input and whatnot while I'm here because I'm working.
No, I feel you, man. Well, real fast, man. Just say something that that you would like what would you want to say to the world? Like what's something that you want people to take from you when they hear your music or when they hear you speak, or just like what's something you want people to take away from it?
Honestly, one of the biggest things I'd like you to take away from if you listen to my music is, first off, everybody goes through a struggle, you know, and not everybody's struggle is the same. Your struggle may be like a different severity of, you know, this dude over here, but it may affect you in the same way. So like, I feel like, I don't know, just maintaining a realization of not being afraid to be open about who you are, and understanding that struggle is meant to push you to be greater than what you are already. So there's always that understanding, you know, how struggle is meant to push you. So if you're going through a struggle right now, bro, don't give up on nothing. Just keep pushing. That's what it takes, you know.
That's what's up, man.
God gives the toughest battles to the best of his people. So
yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, thank you for coming through, man. Thank you for hollering at us, man. And we gonna definitely see more from you. All right.
yeah, that's what's up.
I appreciate it, man.